Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Just take the parts that are yours, leave everything else behind, and if you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Welcome in, y'all. Normally, I do not work on the weekends, but I'm trying to make up for what I couldn't do yesterday. We have some unexpected we had an unexpected house guest on Friday, Thursday night, and then all day yesterday. So my day was kind of chopped up, and it just went south. So no worries, I'm here today. You know, initially when I grabbed my cards to throw cards out, 3 cards jumped out while I was doing my pre-shuffle, so I decided to just go ahead and take them and see where that goes. This is kind of geared around a distorted masculine energy. It kind of feels like someone who has like hit rock bottom. This is somebody here who feels a sense of instability. They may have lost their home. They may have lost their job. I heard the throes of depression. So somebody, it kind of almost feels like the onset of some kind of dark night of the soul. I don't necessarily have all that out there because I didn't pull that many cards. But this is somebody here who feels like they're finally, and I know this is going to sound crazy because it feels like it's somebody who finally has hit, you know, when you hit a low, it's fine. I had this conversation yesterday. It's like when you finally sick and tired of your own shit, you know, like sick and tired of being sick and tired. This kind of feels like somebody who's finally being put in a position where they're being kind of stripped of everything, stripped of all the things. I just saw 222 on the clock. Stripped of all the things that would have made them happy and would have made them comfortable and made them feel stable, you know. And they're now having to kind of reflect. This is actually the second time I've started this video. This time I'm gonna kind of center it around this person and a little less on the collective. Because the way that I'm looking at this is somebody who kind of sees, I feel like they kind of are seeing, because remember I said this is somebody who, it's like everything that they would have known to create their stability, their sense of happiness is being stripped. Because the way that I saw it in my mind's eye was like the rug being pulled from underneath somebody and them losing their feet, and then they just land on their ass, you know. Where it's kind of making somebody pause to figure out, like, where did I go wrong? We've talked about it with other cards. I think in one of my oracle decks, the No Place Like Home card, for me, the energy of that card kind of talks about, and I don't even have that card out here, but it's relevant to this. The energy for me in that card is a lot about like staying grounded, coming from a grounded place, but being able to look at like maybe an overview of your life and your circumstances to see, like, how did we get here? How did I get to this place of unhappiness where I don't feel stable and there's loss? Because at every turn within your life, one has to take responsibility for all of the decisions that they've made and the actions that they've taken. And this person, in their time of reflection, is really seeing clearly now where they made a bunch of really bad choices. This person made a bunch of really bad choices. They made a bunch of really bad choices. They thought they were getting away with shit. Because I think this person also, this person may have had a lot of options. You know, again, like I said, I'm not centering this around the collective right now, but this person may have had a lot of options in front of them. Things that they I heard overindulgence. There also could have been the element of alcohol involved, because I can kind of see that. Because if somebody, and alcohol, it lowers your vibration. So if somebody here has a drinking problem or had, a lot of their decisions were fueled by the alcohol, they're now reflecting and they see it very, very clearly now that they made some really bad choices. Now, there is an energy out here on the board that does cause me some concern, because initially when it first laid out, I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I can also see where this person in their time of reflection, like now we're going to bring the collective into it. This person in their time of reflection realizing that, oh God, I have made like all these mistakes. I've made mistakes and I've made these decisions. I thought I was getting away with something, but eventually all it has done is resulted in a lot of loss for me. Collective, where you come in, this person may be like looking to you or looking for you. Now, we've talked about it, I think another one of a couple of readings ago, I was like, they may have been searching for you in other people, and obviously they didn't find you in other people. But if they are looking for you or looking you up or researching you, what they may find is the fact that you've moved on. Now down here, I do have an energy here of where we've talked about, I do have an energy down here of somebody potentially trying to manipulate energy to maybe have you come back, but we'll dig into that a little bit, because I'm looking at this two different ways, but I want to clarify before I go any further, because I don't want to speak on it just yet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, where does the collective come into this? Oh, yeah. So, whoever this person is for you very well could be, an ex, somebody that you might have, had some level of commitment towards. This person is really, they're going through it. So, remember when I said this person made like some really, like, this could have been like alcohol induced? I definitely can see that. This could have been an alcohol induced decision that they made. And if this person at one point had been very, like, in your connection to this person, if they were really like, selfish and selfish with their time, selfish with their efforts in your connection to them, this person is recognizing now that the person that they may have chosen over you, or if this person had gotten married and they married somebody else, what they're recognizing now is that, again, they made the wrong choice, and they're seeing it really clearly. It's kind of like they sacrifice what they may have really wanted by making a hasty alcohol induced decision to commit to a situation where they ended up like literally losing their shirt. And again, if they're watching you, they're watching and witnessing the fact that you are no longer holding on to them. You've released the energy. And you appear to be doing just fine on your own. You appear to be very content. You appear to be very content. And that makes them very unhappy. Now, this... Oh, yeah. Hell, just from the bottom of the deck, I'm like, damn, that's a whole... Just the bottom of the deck is a whole story. So, like I said, this has been happening a lot more frequently, where I'm like telling parts of the story before the cards even come out to support it. I'm just telling you what I see, but now the cards are out here. This person, they made a decision, and I want to say, I think part of the decision also was a little bit fueled by, like, which is weird, because I heard they were trying to make you jealous. I don't even know how that's, for some people that's the thing, but I'm like, you're so far removed from this, you're not even, like, according to the bottom of the deck, you ain't thinking about this. But I also feel like this person is doing a little, they may be doing a little juju, or trying to, like, because this isn't, it doesn't necessarily feel like manifestation. Like, this is almost somebody who's trying to, like, manifest an opportunity. I don't know if it's necessarily like trying to manifest you specifically, like trying to manifest for you to come back, because what they see is you moving on. They don't see you coming back. So I feel like this is more about them trying to manifest the opportunity for another cycle with you, or, like, I'm trying to figure out why you want to come back to the collective. Like, you made your choice, stick with your choice, whatever you got, you know, you get what you get and you don't have a fit. But ultimately, this person is just, like, really unhappy. They're really unhappy with the decisions that they made. They're really unhappy that you let them go. They're really unhappy that you've moved on. And it kind of feels like now this person is seeing, you know, maybe they're seeing something from a point of view that they hadn't considered before. Yeah, but what they do see is that you chose yourself. You didn't continue to hold on to the relationship. You, like, let it go. Like, I can kind of all see this here. You let it go. You let it go, and you turned your back on it. It may have even come with, like, a spicy conversation. I'm like, there's blood on that sword. And that's the tower before it falls down. So you may have had a little spicy conversation, you know, upon your exit or before you departed ways. And I mean, from the bottom of the deck, I also feel as though there's no stability here. This is a missed opportunity. And this person is kind of like kicking themselves because they feel like their hands were tied. They literally chose somebody who was, like, I want to say, like, the complete opposite of who you are. And as a result of it, their life was turned upside down. So now this person is afraid. They do want to come and apologize, but they're afraid. They're afraid because they got a lot going on. And again, like I said, financially, they may have been very, at one point they might have been on the top half of the wheel. They're not there no more, especially if they got involved with somebody who, like, kind of took them to the cleaners, because that's the way I saw the rug being pulled from under somebody. And this person is definitely not in a stable position, financially or otherwise. They're not in a stable position. So while this person does want to come towards you with some kind of apology or something, they don't have a lot to provide. I mean, they don't really have a lot to offer. And honestly, I think for the most part, what they're looking for is, yeah, they don't have anything to offer. They don't have anything to offer. Look at that. It's because, like, now I get down to the very bare bones of it. So this person may have been operating, I mean, I even saw it here. They had a lot of options, but this person was definitely somebody who was spreading it wide and thin. And they thought that they were getting away with something. They just did it over and over again. But then if they were keeping secrets or whatever. And the other thing is too, I also kind of feel like, yeah. So the other thing is, I think they want to come towards you, but they're disappointed. I want to say, like, they're disappointed maybe in the way that they may have treated you. They're disappointed in them. I want to say they're more disappointed in themselves, right? And I do feel like somebody wants to come and heal the connection, but they are aware that they don't have much to give. They're looking at you, and I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how they're seeing you or how they know anything about the details of your life, or the the little bit that they do see or do have the ability to see. Is that you may already be in the same for everybody. I know that, so I don't need y'all to comment about it. But you may already be in connection with somebody else that is more suited for you. Because I can see that as well. Like, if we had to choose between, apples and oranges, you're not looking at the apples anymore, and you started looking at the oranges, or vice versa, whatever. But this kind of looks like somebody here who they recognize that, like, the choices that you've made, or the choice that you've made, or the person that you've chosen to align yourself with, they also realize that this person is probably better suited for you and better suited to be able to provide or to do or be, present for you in the way that this person could not, because they juggled you, and you've managed to heal from that, which is great. We love it. But now this person has to essentially start over. And like I said, over here, I mean, this is a missed opportunity. I honestly don't think that there's any room here or desire to go backwards, to go back in time, especially if this person was like I said, out there spreading it wide and thin, and then doing it secretly and thinking they were getting away with something. And what this person is also recognizing too is they're kind of recognizing that they're not, because this kind of feels like somebody who may at one point have been very financially secure. But it's kind of like, people who have like management positions, like people who are executives and have management positions, they're not always the smartest person in the room. They're just the ones who can best communicate and schmooze up to the boss or whatever. And I kind of feel like this person is also, not that this person is, stupid or anything like that, but they're also recognizing, I think this person was a little bit intimidated by whatever presence or aura that you seem to carry, because I do have a kind of an insecure, kind of like an insecure energy. And the crazy part is this person is realizing that, I think I've mentioned this in one of the last couple of readings, like, this is somebody who prematurely may have judged you. They may have prematurely judged you. They may have prematurely made decisions to reject you based on, this could have been like an image thing. I am getting somebody here who was very superficial. Like they went after things that, that look good or made them look good. And even though I do have this one I do have a distorted feminine energy out here. And this kind of feels like you're nothing like the woman that they chose. This is somebody, I want to say this is like an ex or something like that. This is like an ex. Yeah, so whatever he's experiencing, these changes that he's experiencing, especially if he's going through a divorce. Yeah. I almost feel like this person wants to come back because they think that you may have the capacity to, like, help them heal or something. Because it's like, if they see that you've healed and they're recognizing that they need to heal, then they're coming in because they think that maybe you can help them, because this person may not have the first clue as to how to get that done, or where to start, or okay. Now, this could be the energy of somebody here. Yeah, like literally. This is... I'm using a whole different deck. I'm like, yep, this is what it is. So, somebody here is really unhappy because you are really happy. You might be, you could be in a really good space. Or at least you appear to be, and this person is not very happy about it. They're recognizing now that they fumbled you in a big way. In a big way. They were intimidated. I said it before. I'm like, even before I pulled cards that said it, like they were intimidated by your presence, or whatever energy signature that you carry. They were intimidated by this. I heard grounded wild woman. Child, I don't know what that means to you, but like a free spirit. Like you have, maybe you have a free spirit about you, but you appear to be very grounded. This person may have also been, okay, that's the other thing too. This is somebody who may have also been very intimidated by like I said, the presence that you carry. Like maybe you have a lot of fans. Maybe maybe you attract a lot of people. Maybe because I get the impression that you're an attractive person, and maybe as being an attractive person, you attract a lot of people. And this person was intimidated by the fact that other people found you attractive. Okay. And they were intimidated to invest effort into you. Almost like, I don't know. It's almost like, it's funny because I'm looking at this and I'm recalling a conversation that I had when I was in college. And I remember my college boyfriend, I couldn't pay that man to give me a compliment. He wouldn't give me a compliment. I thought I was looking cute. On the days that I thought I was looking cute, I couldn't get a compliment out of this young man. And he told me he didn't give me compliments because he knew when I was out and about that other people would. And I was like, but I was fishing for your compliments, not their compliments. I don't really give a shit about those people. I was fishing for your compliments. Child, he could never give me a compliment. Then 30 years later, he comes back talking about, you were the baddest chick I ever dated. Boy, get out of here. But what they're realizing now is life ain't as hot as they thought it was going to be. And they're recognizing it. They're seeing it. They're seeing the error in the decisions that they've made and all of the decisions that they've made. And now they're reflecting on the things that they were doing, the lies that they've told. Yes. They're really thinking about all the decisions that they've made and the lies that they've told. This person is going through an awakening. This is somebody who is kind of like waking up to the drama that is their life. And they're looking at, it's kind of like again, we go back to the very beginning, it's like somebody who's just like really looking back at all of the decisions that they've made, where they thought that they knew what they were doing, and truly didn't. And now they're recognizing, they are absolutely recognizing that all of the actions that they've taken in every situation that they've been involved in and all the circumstances that surround their lives, that they are solely responsible for putting themselves in that position. Mm-hmm. Yep. Keeps on happening. I talk about it, and then the cards come out later. Yeah. And now they're on the outside, and now they can't stop thinking about, trying to reconnect with you. But baby, you've already let them go. They're realizing how foolish they were for treating you the way that they did, for not actually investing in the relationship. I don't know what this person's going through, but they're definitely worried about they're kind of worried about, like, especially if this person's going through a divorce or has gone through a divorce or something like that. They're kind of worried about, like, the fallout of all of the things that now they're being faced with, like the challenges. They're really worried about the challenges, like the fallout. If there's divorce and all that, or if this is like the I heard the reckoning. If there was a divorce or something like that for this person, they're kind of, and if it's not, okay, if this person is not divorced and they're still with the person, they're also recognizing where, again, like I said with the first spread, it's like they're kind of seeing that they made the wrong choice, and now they're kind of feeling bound by the choices that they've made, and they realize here, like I said, it could have been an alcohol-induced decision for some of the things that they did. They had an opportunity to choose between something stable and long-term or flying by the seat of their pants, and they chose to let you go and fly by the seat of their pants because there may have been more responsibility than they were willing to actually engage in. I don't know. I'm just getting like a sense of responsibility in dealing with you, and I don't even, and it doesn't have anything to do with like kids or anything. It's something about what you were requiring of them. Like you may have, I don't know, maybe you had some specific things on your checklist that you needed to see in this person, and they may have felt like those, because I said, like, this person might have been really immature, and they recognized that they were very intimidated by your presence, so they may not have invested that effort and energy into you out of fear of, I'm not actually mature enough to like handle all of these things, and maybe you see way more in me than I see in myself. If this person is still connected to someone, if they're connected to someone else, part of the blockage for them is if they are still connected to somebody else, there's a lot of conflict there. There's a lot of conflict there, but it almost feels like, how when somebody like baits you into an argument or whatever, I feel like part of this person's problem is that they allow that person to bait them into the argument. And so part of their blockage is like they just need to learn how to just like sit down and stop trying to like engage. Every time this person like pokes at you, it doesn't require for you to like, every interaction doesn't require a clap back. Damn. Well, what do they need to release? Yikes. If they thought they were getting another chance with you, or if they thought they were going to manifest that or create it, they need to get out of Delulu land. Because that's what they really want, but they're not going to get that. They're not going to get that. They're not going to get that. thinking that they're gonna get a do-over. It's weird because I don't see anything out here like lessons or healing. I don't see any of that. I do see a lot of circumstantial type stuff like that. Just, I see you happy, I see you thriving, I see you very confident, I see that I see that you're doing things, right? But this person, this is largely about them and what's going on in their life. They think a lot about kind of bridging. I don't know if it's necessarily bridging a gap. Like, this person doesn't like that you're not paying attention to them or you're not dealing with them. They feel like they're on the outside. They have no idea like what's really going on with you, but they also are not in a position to where they can even come to you the way that they want to. And it's mostly because you've moved on, really. Wow. The lesson is, I want to say it's even part of the last two cards that came out. Part of the lesson is they should have never played with your heart. They should have never broke your heart. They should have never played with you. Three of Swords to the Queen of Swords. They should have never played with you. This person chose to spread it wide and thin. They chose to connect themselves with low vibrational people, connected themselves to like a Jezebel energy, and that woman put him through hell. That woman gave him grief. And if he feels like he can come to you for a little salve for his broken heart, you're like, yeah, no. Remember, I was too weird for you before. I was marching to the beat of my own drum. I was living freely because I'm not trying to be like everybody else. This person broke their own heart by breaking yours. Shame on them. That was their lesson. They broke their own heart by breaking yours. Yeah, and here's the thing. They want to come towards you. They don't want the whatever. I know, I'm gonna see it all in the comments. The thing is that this person, they want to come towards you, but they don't really have anything to offer you. And I think based on your past experience with this person, you're very likely to reject them coming towards you, reject their offer. I don't think that you have any intention to engage. You might not even engage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they call or whatever, they may not. I mean, they may have your number, may not have your number, have a way to reach you, not have a way to reach you. I don't know. But you may not be interested in engaging, even though they're kind of desperate to get back to you. And I really want to say it feels more like they're desperate to get back to you because they feel like reconnecting with you would help them heal in some kind of way. Like, you would be able to facilitate that in some kind of way. Yeah, this person's really disappointed in themselves. They're kind of losing hope. They don't think, and you know what I said, and I say it all the time. It's like they're mad that they made the wrong choice because this person, it's like this has come up in several readings. This is definitely somebody who wished upon a star. They wished for someone like you. They wished for someone like you. And what they're part of their disappointment, like I said, they're disappointed in themselves because they didn't recognize it. And what they did, this person, whoever this was, they might have been like this, very it's kind of giving Don Juan energy. But this person thought they were playing, this person was playing checkers while you were playing chess. And now they're in regret because it's like hindsight is 2020. Now they see like maybe what you were trying to develop with them. Now they see the error in the way that they were looking at it and the way that they chose. They, instead of like going with the flow and trying, they were, I'm telling you, this kind of, it feels like somebody who thought they were the man. It feels very like chest out and, I'm the man and I got this and I got that, right? They don't have that. Almost like fake ass confidence. And they were trying to match what they perceived as your own confidence, right? Crazy. They couldn't control you. That was the thing. They couldn't control you. And it wasn't even really about you being controlled. Like, I don't know, it's such a weird energy. They couldn't control you though, and that was the largest thing. That was part of the reason why they chose not to really invest the energy the way that they should have. They low hanging fruit. That's what they did. They chose lower hanging fruit. Wrong choice. Yep, and now they, like I said, they want to come towards you. And they're highly motivated to come towards you because they think that you're going to have the ability to make them happy. But I honestly don't think that they have a whole lot to provide or give. This is somebody who's absolutely having to start over. So if they come to you, it's not like they come in with a handout, but this is somebody who's coming to you with not a whole lot. Oh yes, the world, the tower. Yep, and it's because of those decisions and whatever they thought they were doing and getting it with lies they thought they was getting away with, baby, that tower came down and swept it all away. Swept it all away, and now they're looking at it and they're recognizing, I'm like, judgment to judgment, judgment in the reverse, judgment upright. This person is recognizing now that they, and they alone, kind of unraveled their own lives based on the decisions that they've made. You were trying to put structure into the relationship, and this person was like, and you know what, it even kind of comes across to, like, they may have felt like you were trying to control them in an effort to try to stabilize a relationship. Like, in order to have a stable relationship, we gotta, there are certain things that do need to be like kind of on board. And so again, like I said, this person was probably operating from like a very immature space. But what I'm seeing here, like, they may have perceived you telling them, like, hey, like, we gotta, like, we're gonna be in this relationship, we gotta do this together. They may have perceived it as you trying to, tell them what to do, and you're trying to control them. And really, here, they couldn't control you because you are a free spirit. That they know. You're a free spirit. But they also felt like, I don't know, this is a weird, this part right here is just like a weird ass energy for me. Because on one hand, they were trying to control, they couldn't control you. That was a big thing. They wanted to, but they couldn't. You come across as somebody who's very frank, like very, very direct. So this energy almost feels like somebody, if they felt like they couldn't contain you, then let me go choose some low-hanging fruit because it's easier to get. What in the... I can hear this bumpity bumping, and I can't tell where it's coming from. It ain't in front of my house though. Sounds like it is. Whole house is vibrating. You could dabble in occult matters, or because I'm not getting witchy woman, but like you may have an inclination towards the occult. They may think that they may have thought that you were, that you had put some kind of juju on them. Whoever this person is was an idiot. Yeah, this person was an idiot. This person is somebody who was, it's like crazy because what they're realizing is that the person that they may have chosen, that person wasn't a team player. I'm telling you, this is all, I'm like, based on all the cards I have out here, it's like they found a version of themselves. Whoever they chose, whatever they got themselves connected to, it was like a version of themselves. And now they're like kind of looking at them, they're kind of like looking at a mirror, right? And they're not happy. Ooh, they are so unhappy. But I think this person, this is very similar to the last spread. It's almost like they're trying to manifest. I don't know if they're trying to specifically manifest you to come to them, because I think they can see that that's not happening, but maybe trying to manifest the opportunity. But I do feel down here they're unhappy, and they feel there's an energy here in the background that they think that if they come towards you, they think that you may have the ability to help heal them or something, or have some healing component to their journey. I just see a lot of cards out here that you're probably not going to entertain this at all. There's usually like 3 people in the comments that will be like, oh, I will take them back, child. They don't have much to offer. I don't know if that's the road you want to go down. Just saying. I'm not here to tell you what to do though. This also feels like somebody who's a little bit concerned about the amount of work that they're going to have to do to kind of get back on top. Because they recognize too, in order for them to get back to where they were, like financially in the stability situation, like there may be a lot of time having to be spent, like, away, like say somebody has to work a lot and they're worried about that. I don't know how that relates to you, what that got to do with you. And whatever the situation is they're in, remember I said before, I was like, maybe whatever they're connected to, they constantly, like, part of what their problem is over there is that they, this person that they're with might bait them into arguments, so they always engage. It almost feels like somebody trying to exert the upper hand, so this is weird. This person tries to come across as like a leader, but he doesn't really. This isn't to say that he's not capable of it, but I'm getting kind of a watery energy. So a lot of the arguments that go back and forth I feel like it has a lot to do more with like how he's feeling emotionally, and that's the reason why he engages. But he engages for the wrong reasons. It's like somebody who if somebody if the woman, the person, whoever they're with, if the person pokes at them a little bit, and maybe this person's always needling them and talking shit and whatever, right? And because it makes this person feel some kind of way, they are triggered into a response. Like, it creates that argument going back and forth because they're trying to show, I don't know, it's like you can't boss me around, you can't tell me what to do. It's a weird, I don't know what this is. This is a weird ass energy. Wow. I do have this energy of somebody, they want you to let your guards down, but the problem is, I kind of feel like the divine is not making it possible for them to come towards you. Because I get an impression that they want you back in their life or something like that. Or at least they want to figure out a way to heal the connection or something. But this feels like conditions are not favorable for what they want. It's like they want you to let your guard down, but I'm telling you, they think that they're trying to get another chance at you. They're not going to get that. So I kind of feel like this is the divine kind of stepping in to prevent any type of, you have a little protective bubble around you. They can't come near you. Baby, you are done. All this shit that they were doing over and over again, they may have, and the person that they may have ended up with, how they ended up with this person, it may have been because of a pregnancy. They may have got this woman pregnant. They may have got this woman pregnant. Oh, I see so much over here. Because I also see the energy of somebody here who doesn't want to, in there. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm like, here's the thing. They want you to let your guard down, right? But the energy that I feel over here, it feels very much like I don't know what the relationship dynamic has historically been between you. But this comes with an air of arrogance. Almost like, say if in the past you guys had a push-pull, runner-chaser kind of thing, and maybe, you were always just, maybe you were always around. I'm not saying that you were you kept in touch often or whatever, but, there was a pop-up here and there. Either his side, your side, whatever. I kind of feel like it's in this person's arrogance that they believe, that there would be another opportunity. Right? But for you, collective, you're this is part of the lesson down here. You're done. You've learned from the experience. You got whatever you needed to get out of it. You don't see anything there that appears to be abundant. There is no new opportunity. There is no new cycle. I don't see you giving that the least. I don't even see you giving it a thought. But I do think that this person may have gotten, that party for everybody, but they may have gotten someone pregnant, and that was part of the reason why they ended up stuck with it. Yep. They should have taken the time. Listen. They should have taken the time to cultivate the relationship with you instead of trying to play you like Don Juan and betraying you. And lying and being sneaky and doing all the shit that they were doing. That's what they should have done. So if they come in trying to save the relationship and you reject it, And you rejected. The thing is they thought they were getting away with a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you're not thinking about this person. There, like I said, there's a strong possibility that you're gonna reject this person the same way they may have rejected you in the past. You're fine all by yourself, and this person is crazy. They're upset because they made the wrong choice. They chose wrong. Yep. Look at that. Yes, they created conflict with you while you were trying to stabilize a relationship. You may have been trying to put things in place so that you could have a foundation, because you realized the value of creating a solid foundation in a relationship. Like I've said this way back. My mother didn't always have she didn't really come with good advice. But there was one piece of advice that I always found valuable, is that in a relationship, especially in a romantic relationship, you have to be friends first. You should be friends first. Because that should be the basis of the relationship, right? You can't just jump in and be like, ooh, hot and heavy, and then that's going to just fizzle out eventually. And you were trying to stabilize it. And this person just made it just goddamn nightmare trying to stabilize a relationship. And this person might have been just very selfish with their time and effort. And that is what caused the conflicts between you. That's what caused the disharmony between you. And all you were trying to do was stabilize it. And this person decided to go off and make they decided to put you in competition with other people. And it's funny because I don't necessarily have third party energy, but I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's largely because of they had options and they chose other options. So maybe you weren't necessarily a third party, but a third party. You know what I'm saying? It definitely gives somebody who has women in every port. Like, this person could have traveled for work or whatever, and they just had hoes in every town. Something like that. Like I said, it didn't necessarily give third party energy, but it did give a lot of spreading it wide and thin. So, you actually dodged a bullet. If you managed to walk away from this or whatever, you dodged a bullet, because child, this person ain't got nothing to offer but a bucket full of tears for their troubles. Alright, let's grab some oracles. I'm like, which cards do I want to use? No, we're not going to use those. I'm like, okay. They said get a couple of Angel Answers cards. So we'll do that. What time is? Trust within the next few weeks. In the near future. That's the near future, next few weeks. If you have a question, the answer is yes. Alright. Actually, let's do some tea leaves. Let's take the bottom half. Ooh. Frying pan, trouble and accusations. Lightning, control your anger or you'll be sorry. Chair empty, someone leaving your life. And then career. So someone may accuse you of something, or somebody may be accused of something. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. May result in somebody leaving your life. Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. Carriage, a journey either physically or mentally. Younger man, dealings or a relationship with a younger man. Door, opportunities are waiting for you. Okay, the way that I have the cards laid out, frying pan, the trouble and accusations may come from the older woman. Control your anger or you'll be sorry, and below it is carriage, a journey either mentally or physically. So whatever this accusation is or whatever, I don't know who this older woman is. The person that may be leaving your life may be the younger man, and there's maybe a door opening for your career, an opportunity is waiting for you. So if there's a door, go through it. Purse, pay attention to your finances. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. And teardrops, great personal sorrow. Alright. The month of May may be significant. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini. Neighbors may be relevant. The month of August could be significant. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo. Somebody exhibits racist behavior and someone is afraid to be alone. There's possible infighting if there are a group of people involved. Someone's in despair over distance. Somebody knew the truth the whole time. You have a traitor in your camp. Somebody exhibits abusive behavior. Somebody's ulterior motives are being revealed. There's a soul contract out here. Someone's afraid to lose you. Someone projects negative energies towards your children. Could be this. It could either be a Gemini, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Leo. Somebody uses others for advancement. Someone is losing material comforts. Somebody can't keep their lies straight. They have ever-changing stories. An Aries may be relevant. And a father figure. Somebody's truth is being exposed. Somebody tried to control you because they had no control over their own lives. Damn. Third party situation. You are unbothered and only focusing on yourself. Amen. Somebody is jealous of your light. Dark energy is being sent. So we see that. Dark energy could be being sent to a father or an Aries. Somebody says, I love gaslighting to destroy your confidence. Somebody knows that you know the truth. An uncle could be involved. Uncle or uncles. The month of February could be significant. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Pisces. Somebody's trying to affect your first house. Aries happens to be the first house and it's here underneath soul contract. So somebody's afraid to be alone. When we have a gold digger. Somebody wanted you to be alone and homeless. Somebody uses sex to get their way or to cloud judgment. Secrets are coming out. Someone acted foolishly in haste. Somebody is afraid that you'll reject them or their offer. Sorry, not sorry. Bottom of the deck, they know that you don't need them. Womp, womp, womp. We have soul journey. Someone desires reconnection, trust, memories, maybe. Choose you first. Take a trip. One more. The time is now. 2121. 2111. 110. 24/7. Temptation. Community. More to come. Deepening bond. Yes. Be confident. More info needed. Someone's throwing shade. Sexual interest. So somebody's dealing with temptation, has sexual interest. 333 was an energy block. Fear and worry. The long haul. Deepening bond over the long haul. More to come. Assert yourself. That's funny. Assert yourself. Below maybe and yes. So maybe when the question comes, it's like instead of hemming and hawing, like assert yourself and make a clear decision. Excuse me. Results coming via phone. Set boundaries. Bottom of the deck, show more respect. Alright. So we have 2333, 225, 333, 717, 1711, 111, 233, 2333. Okay. So I have January the 1st, January the 2nd, January the 3rd, January the 7th, the 17th, the 23rd, 25th, January the 10th. I have February the 1st out here 3 times. February the 1st, February the 3rd, February the 7th, February the 16th, 17th, and 25th. I have March the 1st, March the 2nd, March the 3rd, March the 6th, March the 10th, March the 8th. Did I say March 5th? March 5th, March 8th, March 6th, March 10th, March 11th, March 14th, March 16th, March 21st, 23rd, 24th, March 16th, 17th. There's a lot of March dates. No dates in April. I have May 3rd 3 times, May 8th, May 16th. I have June 3rd out here twice, June 11th, June 14th, June 21st. I have July 1st, July 2nd, July 3rd, July 17th, July the 24th. No dates in August, no dates in September. October the 1st, October the 3rd, times 3. October the 24th. November the 3rd, November the 6th, November the 21st. No dates in the month of December. Alright. Alright, we have the 9th house. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. Then we have the 5th house. Leo rules the 5th house. We have the sun out here twice with the 5th house, so you may be dealing with a Leo, or you could have strong Leo placements. I have Scorpio out here twice. I have Sagittarius. I have the South Node and 12th house. Pisces. 12th house, natural Pisces. Leo, lots of Leo. You could have Sun in Scorpio. You could have Sun in Sag. Sag is also the natural house of the 9th house, I believe. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity or confirmation of your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Hope everybody is having a fabulous weekend. I still don't know how I'm feeling about mine. Even though I know today is only Saturday. Yesterday felt like Saturday. So today I feel like I'm a day off. And I am technically, but I feel a little bit off. Alright, so I'll be back. Maybe later. I don't know. Maybe later today. Maybe tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care.